Hello, friends. Welcome to This Day in Jack Benny. I'm John Henderson. And this is not a regular episode, but a bonus episode. It's the JELL-O Summer Program. Don Wilson gets top billing as the only member of the regular JELL-O program, but the real stars of this show are Tim and Irene. That's Tim Ryan and Irene Noblet.
And because we want to keep you in good humor during the summer, we're bringing you Tim Ryan and Irene Noblet, comedy team of radio, stage, and screen, who will keep you so happy you'll forget all about the heat. In addition, you'll hear the smooth rhythms of Don Voorhees and his new JELL-O orchestra, and the thrilling voice of Morton Bow, our tenor.
In this episode, they mention a few singers of the day: John Charles Thomas,
Home, home on the range.
Al Jolson,
I love to sing about the moon and the June and the spring. I love to sing.
and Ted Lewis.
Is everybody happy? And when my baby smiles at me, my thoughts go roaming to paradise. Look at there, and when my baby smiles at me.
In this episode, they relive the old touring stage acts of vaudeville and look ahead to the future technology of television. Here in the 1930s, virtually no one had a television set. 30 years later, one of the biggest hits on television would be the Beverly Hillbillies, with Irene Ryan as Granny.
See, Dad, that's the trouble around here. The critters are taking over.
Yes, that's the same Irene. So enjoy the JELL-O Summer Program from September 27th, 1936.
J-E-L-L-O. The JELL-O Summer Show, starring those madcaps of the microphone, Tim Ryan and Irene Noblet, Don Voorhees and his orchestra, Morton Bow, tenor, and as master of ceremonies, yours truly, Don Wilson. Don Voorhees starts the show with Bye Bye Baby. Ready, Don?
Ready, Don.
Every day has its big moments, and so has every meal. So let me tell you right now about a dessert that will mean a big moment for you and your guests whenever you serve it. It's raspberry whip. Raspberry Jell-O whipped into a light, frothy delicacy that's really a wonderfully delicious new way to serve Jell-O. Just dissolve a package of raspberry Jell-O in a pint of hot water. Then chill it until it becomes slightly thick. After that, place the bowl of Jell-O in a still larger bowl containing cracked ice or iced water, and whip the Jell-O with a rotary egg beater until it becomes thick and fluffy. You can mold it then if you like, or simply pile it into sherbet glasses and chill. Jell-O keeps absolutely all of its grand, extra-rich fruit flavor in whipping, and when you whip Jell-O, you get twice as many servings out of one package as you do when you serve it plain. So by all means, add raspberry whip to your list of perfectly swell desserts. Only be sure to make it with the one and only genuine Jell-O. Here in New York, it's daylight saving time. In St. Louis, it's Central Time and then Mountain Time. On the coast, it's Pacific Time. But right now, it's wacky time all over the United States. Tim and Irene and the Wackies turned back the clock to the days of vaudeville. Yes, sir, vaudeville in the Big Red Barn. And here they come, the two a day, four on Saturday, Sunday, and holiday lovers, the sweethearts of the variety stage, Tim and Irene. Hello, Tim and Irene.
Hello, Don and Wilson.
Hello, Don. So you're doing a vaudeville show tonight, is that right?
Yes, Don, vaudeville. Remember, the opening act, fast and thrilling. The second act, just to fill her in. Then the next to closing act. Oh, boy.
Tim?
Yeah.
What's that, the next to closing act?
Oh, Irene, you know the next, the featured comedy act, you remember?
Well, no wonder I don't know about the next to closing act. We were always through before the third act.
She's kidding, folks. Oh, boy, how we used to kill 'em. Chicago, Cleveland, Omaha.
Tell them about Schenectady.
Well, that was a very big theater. We had a bad spot, and the orchestra played too loud, and the light cues were all wrong.
And what does all that mean?
We flopped.
But tonight, Don, we'll put on a great vaudeville show.
I know you will, Tim.
Thanks, Don. I remember one time where I sung my song. That audience sat there with their mouths wide open.
Imagine making all those people yawn at once.
Oh, Irene. All right, Don, let's get ready for the return of vaudeville. I say it will be big, great. And remember, a rhyme never fails. Remember, Irene?
I remember Schenectady.
Yes, sir, that was Don Voorhees and the orchestra playing the popular tune, I Can't Escape From You. Thank you very much, Don. Now rehearsal is on for the opening of the wacky all-headline vaudeville show. Everything is ready except for the arrangement of the acts. You know, who will open the show and who will be on second and so on. It seems that nobody wants to be on second. For that matter, nobody wants to be first and open the show. But let's join all the acts on the stage and hear how they settle this stupendous question. Listen.
Now, Irene, why should I open the show with my act?
Well, you always want to be the one to lead us and everything, so this is a good time.
Why, with the type of act I do with my singing, is the last thing anybody should do.
I think so, too.
But, Irene, in the theater, I was a big name.
Well, wait till we hear you sing. We might call you something, too.
Oh, listen, Irene, vaudeville means a lot to me. I remember the thrill of opening day. I remember waiting in the wings. I remember my entrance music, and I walked down to an ovation.
Did you?
Did I? Certainly I did. I got a big ovation. Don't you remember where it was?
Well, I know one thing.
What's that?
It wasn't Schenectady. But I will admit that you did very well in Troy.
Oh, Troy. Well, which proves if at first you don't Schenectady, Troy again. Troy. Oh, that's not good, but it takes up space.
Oh, Tim.
Yeah.
Tim, there's a man here with your wardrobe.
Oh, my wardrobe. Wait till you see my wardrobe.
Yeah, I saw the shirt.
He's kidding. It's a shirt and a tie.
Say, Irene, this vaudeville gives me an idea for an invention.
Oh, and what is the new invention, Father?
Well, I'm thinking about having a screen put on every radio, and while the folks listen to a vaudeville show, they see it at the same time.
Oh, that's wonderful, Father. That's television.
Television? Thanks. That's a good name for it.
Why don't you invent something, Father, that will make people happy? Why do you bore people?
Why did you play Schenectady?
Tizzle-tush. Irene, here's your mother. Well, Mother, how do you think you'll do with your vaudeville act tonight?
Oh, Mr. Ryan. Don't look now, but...
Yes?
We'll wham!
We'll wham. I think you... Oh, here's Brother.
Oh, yes. Hello, Brother dear.
Ron, Tony, a ron, to, and nuts, candy, cigars, and cigarettes.
What's that?
Oh, Brother is a candy peanut vendor.
Oh.
Yes, I sell things to the audience when there's nothing doing on the stage.
Yes. What time will you be on, Tim?
Listen, Irene, you and I are engaged, and you should stand up for me and not against me. But don't worry, I'll show all of you. I'll go out there, and when I do, you'll hear that audience shout, "Nuts! Candy! Cigars and cigarettes!"
Oh, here's Mr. O'Grady, the manager of the theater. How are you, Mr. O'Grady?
By me is okay. How's about you, Irene? Hello, Mr. Ryan.
Hello, Mr. O'Grady. Say, how did you come to know me? That's a surprise. But, of course, I've been all over. Played almost every city in the United States. Where did you know me from, Mr. O'Grady?
Well, I used to be the theater manager in Schenectady.
Oh, I see. Then you remember me.
Say, listen, if you had an automobile accident, could you forget it?
Listen, are you sure your name is O'Grady?
Well, I'll tell you, it used to be Abramovich, but I changed that.
And why are you changing it? Why?
Well, after you appeared in my theater, I got desperate.
Oh.
No, come on, let's start with the vaudeville. Now, what do you do for an opening joke, Mr. Ryan?
Oh, I'm glad you asked that. I'd tell her one about the two
Yeah,
fellas.
we'll cut that out. What's your next one?
I didn't finish telling you about my first one. Never mind the second one.
I think you're right. Cut that one out, too.
Irene, if this man keeps cutting me, I'll have nothing to say.
You know, Tim, I think you got something there.
And now, Mr. and Mrs. Wacky, how long will you get out there and touch the people?
Oh, about 4 minutes.
Make it 10 minutes. I want to get even first connect today.
Wait a minute, Mr. O'Grady-Witz. We won't have time.
Oh, yes, we will. I'm not through cutting you yet.
Oh.
No, come on, Mr. Wilson. Start off already the vaudeville show. Hello, folks.
Well, we have a fine show for you tonight. Yes, sir, and I want you to give everybody a real big hand. Yes, sir, because applause is just like food to the actors, so let's give them enough for breakfast. Oh, I got a million of them.
Yes, and they're all bad.
Tim, be quiet.
Now, the first act, let me see. Oh, yes, Lem and Prunella Wacky, those two funny folks in songs and patters. So let's patter up.
Hello, cutie. Seems I've seen your face before.
I guess you did. I always had this face.
You know, there's one thing about the streetcars.
What's that?
A woman always knows where she stands. But be that as it may, listen, honey. Oh, tell me, pretty maiden, are there any more at home like you?
There are a few, kind sir, 'cause I's a mother, boom, daddy,
Oh, boy. Oh, that was really wonderful. You know, those two people are real lovebirds. They've been holding hands for 20 years. If they ever let go, they'll kill each other. Oh, I've got more, folks. I've got more.
Oh, he's got more yet. I mean, I never saw anything so bad. This is awful. Did you ever see anything so bad in all your life?
Yes, once.
Where?
Schenectady.
Well, the next act, ladies and gentlemen, goes into a direct reverse, from the ridiculous to the sublime. For Morton Bow is going to sing the lovely Velia from Franz Lehar's unforgettable operetta, The Merry Widow. All right, Morton.
There once was a Velia, a witch of the wood. A hunter beheld her alone as she stood. The spell of her beauty upon him was laid. He looked and he longed for the magical maid. For a sudden tremor ran right through the love-bewildered man, and he sighed as a hapless lover can. Vilia, oh Vilia, the witch of the wood, would I not die for you, dear, if I could? Vilia, oh Vilia, my love and my bride, softly and sadly he sighed. Vilia, oh Vilia, the witch of the wood, would I not die for you, dear, if I could? Vilia, oh Vilia, my love and my bride, softly and sadly he sighed. Sadly he sighed.
Morton, that was really lovely. Lovely indeed. Thank you a lot. And now the show proceeds with our loyal band of troopers, Don Voorhees and the boys, playing an old tried-and-true favorite called Stumbling. Let her go, Don. Anybody get as much music out of a lead pencil as you do. That is really great. Well, sir, the show is going great, and I think now's about time for intermission.
No, Don. It isn't time for intermission yet.
No?
No. Tim goes on later.
Oh, yeah.
This is me now. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Irene Skinner, Draper, Bernhardt, Barrymore, Wacky. Will now render a dramatic reading of that old classic Cinderella. My dear father will assist me with sound effects, and Tim, you will support me. It's about time. I find myself seated by the fireplace, shaking the ashes. Ooh, I shake with rhythm. Ah, what a life for me. Poor Cinderella. Work. Nothing but work. When will I be without work?
Irene.
Yes, I know. Jack Benny will be back in 2 weeks.
excited, you mug.
Ah, but stepmother, can't I crash the party?
No. Stay here and stick your head in them ashes.
Oh, I want to crash.
You want to crash? You'll get it.
Oh, you hit me, you cruel stepmother.
And I'll suck you again.
Don't. You may be a stepmother, but don't you come a stepfather.
Take that. Now lie in those ashes. Goodbye.
Oh, this cruel world. They pushed me in a barrel of ashes and I can't get up. Help! Fire!
I am your fairy godmother. I will rescue you, my dear. There, little Cinderella. But you weren't burning. Why did you holler fire?
Well, who would come if I hollered ashes?
Well, you're right. You're right there. My child, you are going to that party tonight, and you will be taken there in a carriage drawn by 6 brandy-colored horses.
Ah, 6 ponies of brandy.
See what the boys in the back room will have.
But oh, I am barefoot. I have no clothes.
I will arrange that. I wave my wand, and lo. I wave my wand, and lo, you stop at Gracie's department store and say Benny sent you.
Yes, I go. I will open the door. These swinging doors will stick. Oh, look at those ponies. How I will ride to that party. I am here in the ballroom. And there is the handsome prince. Oh, isn't he stunning? He has 2 such lovely eyes. They both match. I will call him Prince. Hip it.
Ah, you adorable creature. You're a vision of loveliness. The blush of dawn is on your cheeks, and the blue of the skies in your eyes lights up this dull, dreary universe. Come on, Toots, let's swing it. Let's swing it.
Oh, it is so romantic. By the way, Prince-a-roo, what kind of a dance are you doing anyway?
Oh, they're all the same to me.
So I've noticed. Oh, my little Prince-a-roo, 'tis getting late and I must leave us. Soon it will be 12 o'clockest. Harkest.
Come on, Father Wacky, the clock.
Nine, 10, 11, 12.
Oh, am I surprised? It's 12 o'clock and Father can count. Goodbye, my little Prince-a-roo. I'll never see you again.
Don't worry, Aru. I'll be around tomorrow to fit this glass slipper on your foot and marry you. Until then, one kiss.
Goodbye, Prince. And until you come tomorrow to fit the glass slipper on my foot, let me sing to you.
Go ahead, Cinderella, singer.
Oh, kiss me again, kiss me again. Kiss me.
Here, you can take the glass slipper with you now.
Why?
I'm not coming tomorrow.
Very good, Irene. Very good. Our vaudeville show draws to a close.
Oh, wait a minute, Don. What about me?
Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have a guy who will try to entertain you with something or other. Give him a fairly nice hand. Ladies and gentlemen,
Thanks, Don. Thanks for saying my name so plainly. This is Tim Ryan, folks. Thanks, folks. Tonight I will give you my impression of 3 great stars. I know you will enjoy this.
Nuts, candy, cigars, and cigarettes.
I see. I will try, ladies and
Get
gentlemen.
your gnawing wax.
Hey, you, tight shoes.
Don't talk to me. I don't feel good.
I'm doing my act.
That's why I don't feel good.
I see. At this time, my friends, I will give you an imitation of John Charles Thomas, Ted Lewis, and Al Jolson, giving an imitation of me, showing how I think these three great stars would sing Home on the Range. Mr. Voorhees, if you please. First, John Charles Thomas.
Oh, home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play, where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy for a day.
Good night, Mother. Thank you. Oh, poor fella. He must live on the range.
No, that was John Charles Thomas.
And now, Ted Lewis.
And if Mr. Lewis is here, please use the rear door.
Mr. Voorhees.
Oh, say home. I want to go home. I want to go home on the range. Oh, say. Well, the little old deer and the antelope, they play off hope. I want to tell them it's hers. Tell them it's hers. Any kind of a discouraging word. Come on, boys. And the cars. Why, the skies are not cloudy all day. Is everybody happy? Thank you. And now, sterling artist Al Jolson. Friends, I sing again.
Nuts, candy, and cotton for your ears.
Mr. Voorhees, please.
Give me home. Give me home on the range. You know what a little range is? With a little deer. The little deer and the antelope play, I'll say. And tell them it heard. Any kind of a discouraged word. And the skies, the little skies, are not cloudy all day. Oh, listen, honey. Mammy, I'm not on one knee. I'm going down on two knees. Two knees, you hear me, honey? And the little antelope. You've seen the antelopes play. Mammy, I gotta have the cabin. I want the home. I want everything you got there. I'll stay. Give it a little home. All right.
Everybody who likes ice cream will like this new modern way to make it. Just listen.
Nowadays, there's a modern, easy way to make fine luxury ice cream with JELL-O freezing mix, now available everywhere in metropolitan New York and New England. JELL-O freezing mix comes in 5 delicious flavors: vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, tutti frutti, and orange pineapple. The 3 fruit flavors are actual cut-up fruits in their own sweetened juices. The chocolate and vanilla syrups are mellow, rich, and thick. Just open a can of JELL-O freezing mix, add some milk and some whipped cream, then pour the mixture in the freezing trays of your refrigerator. It only needs to be stirred once during the entire freezing, and soon you'll have 6 large helpings of real deluxe ice cream, amazingly smooth and rich, a very best ice cream made in the very simplest way. Ask your grocer for JELL-O freezing mix, and always keep a supply on hand. Remember the name JELL-O freezing mix.
This year.
Yes, well, you can't say that everybody who worked in your shows didn't help to close it.
Oh, yes. Everybody did their bit, I'll say.
Yeah, I'll say, too. And, dearest Irene, what are you going to do next week?
Next week, Tim, I am giving a farewell party at my house.
Oh, Auntie Irene, why are you giving a farewell party next week?
Well, sonny boy Tim, it's an old story, and it goes like this. Little Jack Benny sat in the corner eating his Jell-O and pie. But little Jack Benny's getting up from that corner, so next week we're saying goodbye.
This is the 13th program of our summer Jell-O series. We'll all be back again next Sunday evening at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time with Tim and Irene, Don Voorhees and his orchestra, Morton Bowl tenor, and as master of ceremonies, yours truly, Don Wilson.
JELL-O.
Tonight's music included Kiss Me Again from Mademoiselle Modiste. This is the Red Network of the National Broadcasting Company.